seen Stamford Bridge, Chelsea versus Manchester United, Antonio Conte versus Jose Mourinho. Well, so much has changed since the last time Jose Mourinho was here, and it's a homecoming that's going to be warmly receptive for the Chelsea fans. But today, the winner here takes the lead at the Barclays Premier League table. Manchester United, the last unbeaten side in it. I do believe Chelsea there as well. We couldn't get a good look at that. But both teams have been really free scoring in terms of as far as that's concerned. Manchester United only scored one goal in the Europa League matchup they had. But of course, the big story is the return of Jose Mourinho for the first time here since he was sacked 2 seasons ago. Well, last season actually. And obviously, like we said, a warm reception as Pogba starts in goal with Ibrahimovic, Cahill, Mandolas and Alonso. And I think Matic is there as well. Up front, of course, is Diego Costa with Matic one side of him and Willian the other. Jose Mourinho has gone back to a full-strength side, so David De Gea is in goal with Samidi, Baye, Piqué and Luke Shaw. Bastian Schweinsteiger is with Michael Carrick and Paul Pogba in the midfield. It's Martial and Valencia either side of another start for the in-form Marcus Rashford. Shaw. Martial. Rashford. Now Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw! And Courtois saved it, but not from Bastian Schweinsteiger. The most unlikely of scorers, Bastian Schweinsteiger, has given Manchester United the lead. We never thought we'd say that again. It's a great save from Courtois against Luke Shaw. And he probably should have done better because Bastian, he gets all of this. But a keeper of Courtois' calibre, you'd think would save that. And Jose delighted. Well, we never thought we'd say this again, but Bastian Schweinsteiger has scored for Manchester United. And he's given them the lead. The most unlikely of scorers, but Manchester United fans will take it. And they are 1-0 up. Cut out by Rashford. And Luke Shaw was almost on the verge of getting his first Manchester United goal. But unfortunately, they'll have to wait. Matic. Fabregas. And the ball has fallen to Matic. And it's going to be a Chelsea corner right at the end of the first half here. The ball seems to be doing that. It just seems to be falling to... Look at the spin on that. Michael Carrick puts it away. But it was kind of weird there how the ball just fell to Matic on that occasion. Corner to Chelsea. 10 shots on goal. And another take by the ever-confident David De Gea. Throws it out. And that is the end of the first half. Well, what a half here. And capped off by the most unlikely of scorers in Bastian Schweinsteiger for Manchester United. David De Gea has made some stunning saves once again to give his team a possibility of a clean sheet. And they kept one against Celta Vigo, despite it being Sergio Romero in goal. Jose's return is a happy homecoming so far for the opposing team. Chelsea 0, Manchester United 1. The most unlikely of scorers. Is a substitution for both teams as we start the second half. John Obi Mikel has gone off for N'Golo Kante for Chelsea. Michael Carrick has gone off for Wayne Rooney for Manchester United. So here we are for the second half at Stamford Bridge. And Manchester United have a 1-0 lead on Jose Mourinho's homecoming. And like we said, it's for the opposing team. The most unlikely of scorers being Bastian Schweinsteiger. But that's one goal he'll certainly take considering the turmoil he's been under and the scrutiny following his career. Next fixture for Chelsea will be against Southampton. And a shot there from Pogba. Here's Hazard. Chelsea aren't out of this yet. And N'Golo Kante, what is he doing there? That is atrocious. Does so much better there. He could have done so much more with that. That is poor from Kante. man of his stature after becoming a champion with Leicester City. And Diego Costa is coming off for another Leicester man in Jamie Vardy. Huge overturn for Leicester City, something they have to deal with, losing 2 of their star players from the season before. Jamie Vardy was under suspicion of going to Arsenal, but that move broke down and he chose Chelsea instead. So it was Zlatan Ibrahimovic not fully up to finish yet. Oh my goodness me! Chelsea scored, and it's that mad, isn't it? And N'Golo Kante of all people. And well, I think this is Wayne Rooney's fault, to be fair. He loses the ball very cheaply. And Kante, David De Gea is unsighted with Ivanovic and Ander Herrera in front of it. Probably Sumidi was somewhere in there as well. And N'Golo Kante has instantly equalised for Chelsea. And it's 1-1 now. Manchester United still unbeaten, however. And it won't change much in course of a title race either. And Chelsea need to score again if they're going to make an impact here. But in any case, the lead has now evaporated. And Chelsea have equalised, and without Marcus Rashford or Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Manchester United may struggle a little bit. The spinach of John Terry is invaluable, especially in Chelsea's situation. Correa is off the bar! And off the bar again, I think. And put in by Correa, but couldn't put his foot round it. The ball was everywhere. It was like playing ping pong. And what is what is Correa doing? That's really bizarre. Why has he done that? Well, what was he thinking? Would be the question there for Angel Correa. But never mind. Play goes on. He'll try to forget that. He probably won't be able to live it down for a while. But yeah, not sure what was going on there. Vardy and Kante, such chemistry already, and you can see it. Here's Vardy. And here's Hazard in towards Willian off the bar, and Willian puts it in. Chelsea have the lead. Manchester United falling apart here. Crossed in by Hazard off the bar. Willian was the most alert. Luke Shaw was still recovering from his sort of clash, if you like. And Willian, great piece of awareness there to rebound it in off the bar. And Willian has given Chelsea the lead, and Antonio Conte, sorry, has Antonio Conte, I'll get it right in a minute, scored for Chelsea. It's the shock of it all. Manchester United behind for the first time since Hull City. There's still plenty of time, but not a lot of scoring threat, with Correa doing bizarre things in the box earlier. But Chelsea have the lead here. Jose has rolled all his dices in terms of substitutions. It looks like Antonio Conte is going to make another one. It's going to be Branislav Ivanovic coming off for John Terry. So the Chelsea captain is actually going to play the last 10 minutes of this one. And Manchester United then lose for the first time this season, ironically, against Jose's former team that sacked him just a season ago. His former team have given him this first loss as Manchester United manager. But to be honest, I think part of the blame could be on the Europa League match. We did say that Thursday night matches would harm United a little, and it's certainly proven the case today. But Manchester United will only drop it down to second. It's not the biggest, hugest loss in the world. They certainly didn't play that well today. It was definitely a lot slower. Chelsea take the win at Stamford Bridge on the homecoming of the special one. Today, they've handed him his first loss as United manager. Chelsea 2, Manchester United 1. There's another match going on today. Bournemouth and Spurs finished 2-2. Let's see what that means for the Premier League table then. And we have a new leader now, thanks to Chelsea, who were the other unbeaten side in the Premier League before today. Their win against Manchester United today means they're the only unbeaten team left in the Premier League. Manchester United dropped to second, Spurs up to third with their point, which puts them ahead of Arsenal in fourth place. Crystal Palace, Middlesbrough, Watford, Hull City, West Brom, Swansea City completing one of the most unusual top 10s in years. especially of right now. Stoke City are 11th with Bournemouth and Liverpool down in 13th. The champions down in 15th. Manchester City down in 16th. The relegation zone is West Ham, Everton and Burnley, who finally get off the mark after 9 games played with 3, but they've got a lot of catching up to do. Well, welcome to Old Trafford tonight. We have an EFL Cup fixture to bring to you, and it's Manchester United versus Colchester United. So it may look a simple matchup for the champions-elect on paper, but as we say always with these types of fixtures, this is why you have the games on the pitch. As we can see the rest of the table tree there, and you have to feel that a lot of the bigger teams will be making their moves as this competition rolls on now. Well, Trey Fosu has scored a hat-trick, or in the course of a hat-trick, over his last 3 matches, so he's basically 3 in 3, and he's the main man for Colchester to be focusing on tonight, in terms of goal scoring anyway. In Manchester United, it's always everybody. For them, Sergio Romero starts to go with Fosu-Mensah, Jose Rojo, and Joe Riley. Ander Herrera is with Henwood and Mata in the midfield. It's Memphis up front with Lingard and Angel Correa. For Colchester, Walker is in goal with Bromley. Ibuki is the captain. Esteban and Lapsi, I think. It's Fosu with Slater, Lapsi and Arwin and Wright, and Porter, the man up front for them. Here's Slater and Porter, and it's gone all the way through. And Colchester scored immediately 3 minutes after starting the game. Well, that was a really messy goal, but Colchester United will take it. That's what it means to them. They're the minnows here. And, well, it's a bad tackle from... Well, no, it's not a bad tackle from Rojo. Has that come off the arm of the Colchester player? We can't really tell from that. Rojo went for a challenge. I think we might have to look at the replay of that. It's a Marcus Rojo own goal, somehow. Let's take a look at the replay. So let's take a look at the replay of this goal. The Colchester player hits it. Marcus Rojo somehow hits it with his other foot, doing some sort of skill move there, and I think that put him out of position. And I wouldn't be surprised if Rojo hurts himself. Let's see what happens. So he hits it, and it bounces off the knee of the Colchester player, who was completely oblivious at the time. So it's not handball, and it just bounces all the way through. There's another bit of contact. We'll see what that is. I think it's come off Rojo's arm, unbelievably. I don't think there's anything he could do about it. Yes, it's come off Rojo's arm. He's actually slapped the ball into the back of his own net. So it's definitely a Rojo own goal. It probably would have been a penalty anyway. But it looked like intentional handball that put it into his own net. That's a bizarre goal for Manchester United to concede. Very bizarre. And it puts Colchester in the lead. There's a free kick to Colchester United. And wow, they have the lead here. It's a shock. And it's one of the most bizarre own goals I think I've ever seen in my 4 years in the commentary position. Commentating over these matches. That's probably one of the most bizarre own goals I've ever seen. And the place to Memphis. And Manchester United immediately back on the attack. That's a great cross from Memphis and a great goal for Jesse Lingard. Immediate reply. And Jesse Lingard gets the goal. But Memphis, what a beautiful cross that is from Memphis Depay. And he continues his sparkling run of form. It's a wonderful goal from Memphis, and Jesse Lingard puts it in. And those two kids in particular have been at the forefront of Manchester United this season, with the likes of Zlatan Ibrahimovic spending almost 2 months on the bench. He is looking to return very shortly. Aaron Henwood is currently starting tonight after his sprained ankle, and Mkhitaryan is still recovering from his. Manchester United, beautiful reply, and Memphis Depay continues to sparkle under Jose Mourinho. Great layoff by Aaron Henwood, and Mata tried the spectacular, didn't he? Did he go out for a corner? Well, next for Manchester United will be a Premier League matchup at Old Trafford to face Burnley. Newly promoted, of course. And with the likes of Tom Heaton and Michael Keane in their team as well. Two former Manchester United players. It's coming up against our namesake in Fosu-Mensah tonight. It's going to be an interesting battle. Let's see, but the cross, it's got it off Romero. And Coulchester have replied and is right with the goal. Well, they're going down fighting here. You've got to admire them tonight. Manchester United just poor at the back, really. That's Joe Riley, I believe, who's let his man get in front of him. Sergio Romero tried all he could. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. And Coulchester are back ahead again. And it's Joe Riley who scored it that time, so it's a Coulchester score this time around. Manchester United, unbelievable. They really are struggling here. That loss to Chelsea has certainly hit them hard. And it's carried over into this game. And, it's really been on the road that Manchester United have struggled the most this season. Correa, he's put it in off the keeper. And the goals are really messy today, but they're going in. And this time, Angel Correa is the goal scorer again. This kid's really blossoming with a good talent. Mata, oh, what a pass. What a pass from Mata. Correa just applying the finishing touches. He didn't get all of it, and the keeper got his knee to it. Unfortunately, it's gone straight through into the back of the net. And it was like I said earlier this season, maybe these footballs have something unusual going on with them. I know it's a bizarre thing to say. It's just funny how this ball that we're playing with this season seems to deflect everywhere, fall to players just randomly. It is a bizarre thing to mention, I know, but it's really resulting in some bizarre goals. I guess it's great from a drama standpoint. 5 minutes to go till the end of the first half, and Aaron Henwood is going chasing a football. There's nothing new about that then. And to Graham, tackled by the ever mesmerising tank of Fosu-Mensah, and that is the end of the first half. A spectacular first half with 4 goals in it, 2 for Coulchester and 2 for United, including one of the most bizarre own goals from Marcus Rojo I've ever seen. What a game we're having here. And Coulchester are going out swinging if they are going to go out tonight. They're going to make a game of it at least. Manchester United 2, Colchester United 2 here. The second half here at Old Trafford, and we have a classic here. We have Manchester United and Colchester tied at 2 apiece. Bizarre goals, including one really bizarre own goal conceded by Marcus Rojo, where he literally slapped the ball into his own net with his hand. And it probably would have been a penalty in any case. And then Manchester United getting straight back into it with Angel Correa. And here's a man who's always on it. Even if it doesn't look at Aaron Henwood. He's trying to put it in off the post. Aaron Henwood has scored it. Has it come off the keeper? Well, Aaron Henwood will get rewarded for his tenacity. It's off the post, off the goalkeeper's head. And this is getting bizarre. That's going to be an own goal from the goalkeeper, I think. I don't think Aaron Henwood would have scored it. And Sam Walker has got a bizarre own goal of his own. And this is getting a bit ridiculous in the way these goals are going in. We are having a drama-filled match with bizarre goals all over the shop. Manchester United in the lead by 3 goals to 2. And Aaron Henwood will be rewarded with his tenacity, if nothing else, because he's not credited with the goal, unfortunately. But that'll be a monkey off his back in some regard. He really went after it, after the rebound. Memphis, more beautiful stuff from Memphis Depay. Oh, absolutely mesmerising. And Memphis is clipped off the ball. Great tackle, but Memphis is just so confident now. Oh my word! Goal for Colchester United out of nothing, and it's the substitute Johnson Well, I didn't expect that to happen. Great header. I thought it was going to be another one of those crosses that went nowhere, but it ended up in the back of the net, and Coulchester equalised with minutes to go. Oh my. Denny Johnson, the substitute. Welcome everyone back to Old Trafford. We have extra time then in this stage of the competition, and Jose Mourinho has rolled all his available dices, bringing on Marcus Rashford, Morgan Schneiderlin and Wayne Rooney for Angel Correa, Ander Herrera, and Aaron Hemwood has gone off as well. And now, this is where it's going to be interesting. So we have extra time here, the most bizarre last goal that I really didn't see coming. And Coulchester have forced extra time. Fosu-Mensah with a cross. He's back in. And it's picked up by Sam Walker. But now Colchester could be in a whole heap of trouble because Marcus Rashford has scored for fun this season. So if anyone can win the game here for Manchester United, it would be Marcus Rashford. Schneiderlin. Memphis off the post. The ball is everywhere and Sam Walker has gathered it up. The ball came off Sam Walker's back into his arms, I think. This ball is an unbelievable bouncy ball. Lingard pulled it back towards... Oh, great play from Mata and a great save from Sam Walker. It's all happening. Great play from Mata to pick that ball up. Schneiderlin. And that is the end of the first half of extra time. It is all happening here in this game. This game has been unbelievable. We are still playing here at Old Trafford. This is unbelievable. It's still 3-3. Manchester United are beginning into the game a bit more towards the end of that first half of extra time. And I think it's probably going to penalties. And maybe that's why Jose took Aaron Hemwood off. Could be. He would score from the spot, but here comes Marcus Rashford. And he scores it. Unbelievable. How much more can Marcus Rashford do? He just ran and ran and ran. The Colchester legs are starting to tire out a bit now. Marcus Rashford. I can't even say anything anymore because I'm literally running out of words. He's done it again. And I think we're all going to be astounded by Marcus Rashford's overall total at the end of the season. This kid is unbelievable. And now he saved Manchester United from possible penalties. Manchester United 4, Colchester United 3. Here's Memphis. Oh, it's on the par. And Fosu-Mensah. I'm not sure who that was. It was Rashford. Oh, great save by the goalkeeper. I said par again. I keep doing that. But Memphis off the bar. And Manchester United are running away with this now. So that's a high looping corner towards Schneiderlin. Oh, what a header. And Morgan Schneiderlin loves it. What a lead from Schneiderlin this is. That is wonderful. Great header. Right out of a top draw. It's Alan Smith-esque. Morgan Schneiderlin, who then leaped onto the ground and pretty much swan dived with it as well. Morgan Schneiderlin has settled this tie, and Colchester have run out of legs, and I think the quality of Manchester United will shine through in these situations. But there's no taking away from the excellent effort that has been Colchester United tonight in this tie. But every plaudit goes to Colchester for the match they put in tonight. Fuzu is cut out by Fosu-Mensah. It's such an ironic thing when you think about it. Fosu-Mensah, an absolute beast. Probably one of Manchester United's most promising players alongside Marcus Rashford, that is. And Sam Walker has come up for this corner. And he's not going to... It was coming towards him, wasn't it? Sergio Romero had to punch it out. And now Walker's going to run all the way back to his goal. And it's over. Manchester United have progressed by the skin of their teeth. And once again, Marcus Rashford has a say in everything that involves this club at the moment. Marcus Rashford opened the door, which led to a great header from Morgan Schneiderlin to end the game. What a game we've had here tonight. Manchester United taken almost all the way by Colchester United. Tip your hat off to the Minnows. And in one of the most bizarre and classic matches I've ever done in 4 years, mirroring that of 3 years ago, Manchester United have won by 5-3 at the end of extra time in one of the most classic games I've ever done. This will go down in the history books. What a game, folks. Only one concurring match to talk about. Manchester United's epic 5-3 win at Colchester tonight. Stoke City beat Northampton by 3-0. It's the draw for the quarter-finals. Burnley have got a seemingly impossible task against Manchester City. Wolves have Stoke City. It's going to be, I'm not sure who that is, but they've got Crystal Palace anyway. Manchester United are up against the champions for the third time this season already, Leicester City.